We are very excited to announce this. We're really looking forward to it. It's going to be this fall. See the dates down there in the bottom right-hand corner. So yeah, a little bit about myself. It'll be taught by myself and Jerry Al, and a little bit about me. I am Nevin Atkinson, the barista supervisor at Sowers Harvest Cafe, and in the words of my little cousin, about 5 years old, who saw me at Reach and was trying to communicate to his mom who I was said, you know that man in Pennsylvania who makes coffee all the time? So yeah, that's me. I'm the man in Pennsylvania who makes coffee all the time. And I
That's
love
great.
coffee's ability to bring people together and foster relationship. That's what I'm really passionate about. And and I love serving really great, really excellent coffee. And that is our goal with the Coffee Bar Academy. So what we want to do is to help your cafe make excellent coffee attainable and repeatably, right? So what we're looking more to do is to train the trainers, right? The guy who is going to be in charge of the coffee program, the bar program in your cafe, looking to give them the skills and know-how in order to do that and to also pass it on to the rest of the baristas and the rest of the team there. I was in Charlotte Airport just a couple weeks ago on my way home from Mexico, and there is a coffee shop there, and they use Counterculture coffee, and I was like, oh, they might be good. I recognize that name. They do really great coffee, really well known. They do a lot of barista training as well. And so I was like, these guys should be good. Stopped in, and the espresso was pretty decent. I got a double shot and it was okay. Like it was a little over extracted. But as far as the beans themselves are pretty decent. And then I started watching the baristas. And that's when I saw that their procedures really started to fall apart. They would grind for the next shot as soon as they pulled their first shot of espresso. So by the time they actually went to pull the next shot, those grinds might be 10 or 15 minutes old. That was the first thing they did wrong. The next thing was for iced lattes, they would pull directly into the plastic to-go cup. I was kind of surprised it didn't melt. I've tried doing that before, and yes, you can melt plastic to-go cups, so that's a not a recommended thing to do. And then on their iced lattes, they added another single shot of espresso. And the way they got that single shot of espresso was just by stopping the shot halfway through. And coffee doesn't work that way. You're going to end up with a really sour, salty espresso, and that iced latte was a bit of a struggle to get down. It was bitter from the first over extracted shot. It was sour from the improperly split shot. It was just not great. They really needed some good barista training, good procedures there. It would not have been a hard fix to do. They had the spouted portafilter, so if they would have just ran the shot for the whole length and just pulled it into two separate containers, it would have worked out great. But it would have been a very simple fix. And quite possibly the bar manager there or the owner a is brilliant when it comes to coffee. It's just it isn't being passed down to the workers. So that's what we're really looking to do with the Coffee Bar Academy is to teach you the what you need to know, how to make great coffee, how to make great lattes, and then also how to pass that to the rest of the team, so you can make great coffee attainably and repeatably. So a little overview of the schedule. What we're looking at is it's going to be a 4-day thing. So October 13th, that's a Monday. We'll be getting together in the evening, have supper together, orientation, and then hit Tuesday, full day on Tuesday, full day on Wednesday, and a full day on Thursday. And looking at the first day, probably looking at some of your more foundational skills and concepts for coffee and making great lattes and espresso. Wednesday, probably expanding those and getting into more advanced things, some of the science behind it, extraction theory, and possibly like machine maintenance, some things like that. And then on Thursday, we're going to be really focusing on training procedures, on standard operating procedures, implementing them. How do you pass the vision onto your team and connecting what you're doing with your products to the broader vision of the cafe? That's definitely at the heart of what we want to do. So yeah, it's going to be October 13th, which is a Monday, through October 16th, Thursday. And the price for entry there is $14.95. Yeah, really looking forward to it. It's gonna be a really great time, and we're also it's gonna be a small class, so we can really work one-on-one with everybody. So probably limiting it to about 10 to 15 people.
Sure, that sounds good, Nevin. Thank you so much. And how soon do you imagine that people could sign up for this? We haven't really got a page on our website yet, but
Mhm,
I would
mhm.
think that you only have, what, 15 seats that could potentially fill up pretty quickly. Yeah, how soon do you imagine people can sign up?
Yeah, I would expect within probably about a week of releasing the recording
Hmm.
of
Okay,
this section of segment.
sure. You're really cranking up the pressure on me, Nevin. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, great. Well, I'm really excited about this because I know that there's two really good men leading this. One is Nevin, and I know that in one of the last Saturdays, I think our coffee bar did around 400 drinks, and Nevin was on that day. That's a lot of drinks. Of course, the Coffee Bar Academy is going to include more than coffee. We're actually talking about teas as well, and probably even maybe how smoothies kind of fit into that. But really think about workflow. That's huge, right?
Mhm.
And then when I think about quality, I think about Jerry L as well with their cafe. They have definitely they have taken their quality is like top shelf. So you're really kind of combining really two good men here leading this. So this is exciting. So yeah, if you're I know at Sowers we want to have one or two of our barista leaders there, and I'm sure more of you. So if you're interested, send us an email in the meantime, saying, "Hey, I want to be part of that," and we'll start building a list for that. So, and then and at the end here, you can ask questions too about any of these things. But I think we're going to keep on moving along. Again, so thank you, Nevin, for that. Jerry, did you want to put add anything to this?
Not really. I think that was well explained. And I just want to highlight that sometimes like making espresso and the science of espresso can feel really elusive or just difficult. And people can just be like, well, just make the coffee. Just like it's fine. But I think our goals, as Nevin said, is really make that attainable and repeatable. And I just love that idea of it's not that difficult when you understand some of the practical steps behind it and the science behind it, and it becomes very interesting. And so I'm really excited about that, as well as realizing the way that doing that really well affects the way your customers feel, your team feels,
Sure.
the way your quality, the amount of time you can spend with your customers, all those types of things, the way it connects it to the broader vision. So yes, well said, Nevin. I'm excited to be a part.